Good morning. It's been a while since I did a morning video here. I unfortunately have some vulnerability to share with you. I was thinking last night that right now the next action that needs to happen is reaching out to people, getting users, getting feedback for my software. And the more time that passes without that work being done, and that's not entirely true. I did onboard someone new 2 days ago, but anyway, I find that there's tension and friction in reaching out to people, and I'm close. I'm doing kind of the right things. I've started engaging in school communities more, which is like directionally accurate. But when I get to the point where it's like, oh, this person says they have a YouTube channel, well, why don't you reach out to them and see what they're struggling with and see if you can help? Oh, well, I need my laptop. I need to figure out my script that I need to send, and like I'm not ready. It's like, what? So anyway, recognizing that there's this tension between intentions and actions, and so as I was thinking about this last night and journaling this morning, I was like, what is it? Is it that I don't know what to say? Is it that I am fearing something? Is it, perfectionism or fear of rejection? Do I need to come up with a better script? Do I need more training wheels? Is it the vision? Is it the goal? Is too big to grapple with? And I think what I realized is I am fearing the rejection. I'm fearing the, I'm not really interested, or, I gave it a try and it's not that useful for me. And my logical brain is protecting me from that. And the best way to protect myself is to just not reach out, because you can't get negative feedback if you never reach out. If you never try, it'll just be perfect forever. And obviously, there's flaws in that thinking. So I guess the first takeaway is recognizing what the blocker is and relating back to what I was talking about yesterday is I think the only reason that this has been able to surface and that I've recognized this is through reflection and journaling and having the time and space to process. But the second thing is, and this is partly why I make these videos, is being able to process this out loud, being able to share it publicly, and I've found that it helps to speed up the process. Now we'll see how quickly I can overcome this, or at least start to overcome this. But I find that thinking about this, then sharing it, and then sharing it publicly, I've gone from, I recognized this 12 hours ago in myself, and now this isn't new. I'm actually interested to go back to, I think maybe Spain videos, and see what I was, talking about there, and if this had come up in my first round of reaching out, because I have a theory that it's I just need to get over the initial hump, the initial barrier of like, this is uncomfortable, and then once I get into like, oh, I've already sent 5 messages, I've gotten my like script ready, I know how to interact with these people, I know what to say, then I think it gets easier. And so the question then becomes, how can I just get over that initial barrier of starting? But anyway, I find that, I recognized this 12 hours ago. I journaled about it this morning, and now it's like top of mind. I know it's real. I've acknowledged it. Now I can actually address it. And so rather than, without reflecting and without having opportunities to actually think about, what would you say, like the think about your own mind, then I think this would have just been like an underlying thing that just goes for like days and weeks and months. And then it's like, a year later, it's like, wait, now I realize this. So anyway, I think the question is, how do you get over this once you've recognized that it actually exists? And then the other thing is, if this theory holds that it's just the start, then how can I, is there a hack that I can do to just get me started, to get me over that hump and get me started? So anyway, I'll leave it there. Good old fear of rejection. I don't think this is new. I'm sure many other people have this. And I think, I had a conversation with a guy in Spain, and he works in software sales, and we were talking, and I was sharing what I'm working on, and he was sharing what he's working on, and it was like we're like the opposites in the same environment. He's like software sales, like talking with people, always chatting and helping, and very like people oriented, and I'm like builder, engineer, just like coding, building. And he was like, I forget what if there's a saying around this, but there's like engineers and marketers, and some people are only marketing and no engineering, and some people are only engineering and no marketing. And I feel more like I'm on the latter, and I'm trying to, I think if I can learn to market and get over this, that would be a huge advantage for me, because then I know how to build, and I can know how to sell and talk to people and market, which is like a killer combination. But that requires actually doing the work and getting over this, and learning how to actually speak to people. and get over the fear of speaking to people and the fear of rejection. So anyway, call it there. So yeah.